Hey there everybody, it is Thursday, March 10th, and it is time for my sketchbook review. It is coming to you early this week because I finally got a job. Okay, not officially got a job yet, they haven't hired me yet, but I actually, just as I was setting up for this, because I had interviewed earlier this week and they said that they would be calling at the end of the week to let me know whether, or offer me the job or not. And since it's Thursday, I was like, oh, well, that's kind of the end of the week. So let's go ahead and get the sketchbook review done just in case they call me tomorrow and I have to go do running. Well, they called me today and gave me a job offer, which I readily accepted, and I gave them my information for them to go do my background check and everything. And yeah, so I don't know exactly when I start my training or anything like that because it's a pharmaceutical tech position, and I do need to get a licensure, but they're going to license me on the job, so that helps. But my hope is that I have at least until Monday, because I do need to go buy some scrubs, because they want their techs to be wearing scrubs, and I'm not against that because ultimately I'm gonna have to buy scrubs anyway if I'm gonna get a nursing job. Unfortunately, I got a rejection at the same time. I had applied for a position on the bariatric floor I wanted to work on, and they filled the position already. So, and I'm very stubborn, and that's where I want to work. Like, I know that that's where I want to work. So I'm going to be looking at the other bariatric centers around here, I think. But I really enjoyed working with bariatric patients in particular because they're making life changes, and it tends to be a very positive atmosphere with them, with those kinds of patients, the ones who are actively making decisions to change their lives. And I am a huge supporter of people making those decisions and being there for them and helping them through it. So that's something I think I want to go into, but because it's pretty limited around here, I kind of am stuck. And either way, I need a job, and a pharmaceutical tech position is something I was interested in well before nursing school. So I finally have a chance to do that, which I'm going to take, because as long as I'm working, I'm happy. So yeah, I'm very excited about that, but I have to get my drug testing and everything done. So I like, there's no foreseeable issues, and I'm pretty sure I'll be training here pretty soon. But yeah. So I figured I would go ahead and do this, get this done, because it does take a while now that I put the music in the background with all the exporting and everything I have to do. And yes, so there's really actually not that many sketches. Most of them are just from like recently, like yesterday and today. I had a very rough weekend, a very bad weekend, but luckily I had somebody there to help me through it. And I'm super grateful for that. But I didn't get very much sketching done over the weekend as a result, and that tends to be when I do most of my sketching because it's when everybody's free and I have people to talk to. But I just was not talking to anybody over the weekend. It was pretty sad, but whatever. So let's go ahead and get into this, because that was then. I'm feeling better now, and I don't want to go back to it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is actually all from last night. I touched my brush pen and like it infected me, and I just needed to use my brush pen. So I did a quick Piper and Edwing. Unfortunately, I have poor positioning here. He should be behind her, not in front of her. But the way I had drawn him is he is kind of in front. And then I was like, oh, I'll just fix it. And then I was like, no. So I stopped right there. But I imagine that they're happy because they're either looking at a baby or something, or she finally figured out how to play something, but her eyes are a little bit too, like, excited. I was not very happy with those, but it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, I liked how Edwin turned out. He looks pretty good. But yeah. And then I did a quick Pip's Rain over here. It's a little bit flat, a little bit wonky, but whatever. She turned out really good and really cute, but I know how to draw Piper, so, you know. He turned out a little bit flat, but what can you do? But he's just kind of giving her a little goodbye kiss before he sneaks off. I like how the folds in the fabric turned out though. And then I drew a quick picture of Piper with a little fussing bat child. Because in the AU that I've mentioned like a bajillion times, if her and Edwing hooked up, then Piper and Edwing would have to adopt. And of course she would want to adopt both mice and bat children because she really, really super duper respects the Bloodworth family, Thornton side, where they have a mixed family like that, and it's a nice family. But yeah, it's really cute. He's so fussy. Look at that. He's so angry and crying. And then I wanted to do some work today before I did my sketchbook review, and I hurried up and I doodled a quick Missy McLean. And I did a Garbon, and I actually thought this one turned out really good. I have a short little video of me inking him on Instagram, so you guys can go check that out. It's only like a couple strokes in there, but it's Garbon, everyone. I love him. He's like, he's a cutie. I love him. Missy turned out really good too, though. I don't know. And, you know, I was like, I want to try different face shapes and things like that. And unfortunately, I don't want to sit here and try to develop a new character just so I can do a different face shape. So I'm going to borrow everybody else's characters to do different face shapes. But that's it in this sketchbook for that. And then I was doing this. I was making a bat character, an older lady bat character. She didn't look this old initially when I was showing her off to people, but I kind of aged her up a little bit more. I kind of gave her like a white streak just for like, I don't know, because I gave her a little beauty mark. She used to be a good looking woman. She still is. She still is. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this character, if anything, but... And then I had to cover up some information because they called me and I had to jot down a few notes really quick. That's her with her hair down. Yeah, so that's Bat Lady. Bat Lady. And then I was working on concepts for Cherry's parents. So this is Flan O'Boylan. Before, when he first came to America, when he's younger, and then after he's been here for a while. And then this is her mother, Karen. And before and after. Karen takes it the hardest. Of the two, Karen ends up taking and aging the hardest. She works endlessly, and she has a daughter who isn't necessarily the most well behaved, and she has a husband who's a gang member, so she ages pretty hard. He ages decently, but his is more like, he just kind of gets a little bit more rough. And then I was just having fun with some Piper and some Edwing. This was a little idea worm that Al put in my head that if they ended up together, like it was this whole thing where like Piper got hired to take care of Edwing because he like broke his wing, or not broke his wing, but tore the membrane of his wing, which, fun fact, bats do regrow the membranes of their wings, but it takes like 8 weeks, and it takes like a lot of nutrition and things like that. So the story was, or the little quickie that we had discussed was, his dad hires Piper to go take care of him, and she does a really good job, and they become friends and stuff like that, because it's bound to happen because they get along so well. But we were joking about how she goes like to this one in particular is funny, is she goes to the market and she's going to get a moth because gray bats eat moths every now and then, and so the butcher hands her a live one, and it just kind of goes to town and beats her up because she doesn't know anything. And somewhere like in the background there's Thornton, and he's just rolling because it's probably hilarious to him, and it's like probably why he hired her. But like their relationship is based more on support than like romance, but that support ends up turning into romance. At least that's the way I envisioned it, just because they're both pretty clueless on how to fall in love, I guess, or whatever. Well, Piper's not. She falls hard and fast. Edwing is quite a bit more reserved. Oh, and I have a little Piper over here crawling up the wall. Because mice are good climbers, I hear. And then I was practicing drawing Lysraine. I was adopting a bit of Al's style here just to kind of get the character down. I'm really opposed to doing that just because I don't like copying other people's style. I know I've said it like a bajillion times, and I keep saying it a bajillion times. But he does look pretty good, at least here. And then I did a cute little Pips Rain picture. I don't know, this one turned out really cute of her hugging. Like the whole story I had, okay, here we go, story time. Story time. Is he's fixing to leave, and she kind of gives him a hug from behind, and she asks him if it's okay if she stays where she feels at home, and she's got her hands over his heart because that's where she feels her home is, and it was really sweet and cute. And in my mind I'm sitting there thinking, that is the cutest thing I've ever thought of, and oh my god. And I was trying to tell Aaron about it. He just looked at me and rolled his eyes. I was like, you don't understand the matters of the female heart. And yeah, but that's just the way I go sometimes. I get very wrapped up in romanticism sometimes, and I try, and like even just little things like friggin' her little hands over his heart and her just asking if it's okay if she stays where she feels at home. She's not asking him to stay or anything like that. So yeah, okay, I'm done. But that's Piper, guys. That is Piper, like right there. And I don't know what I got on this thing, but it's not, it's like on every single page. I didn't have pizza or anything, so I don't know what this is. It's like ink or something. I don't get it. But let's see. I don't think there's anything. Nope, there's nothing past this. Like, I ended on this note, guys. Like, I ended on the sappiest note ever. But I think that that's okay. So, like I said, my weekend is typically when I do most of my sketching. Oh, I was doing some little design works, too. Because I do, every now and then, like to do geometric designs. But look at that. Paff, paff, paff. That moth is just beating her. And that's just cute too, as she's taking care of his wing. I guess I could have focused in a little bit more on these sketches. My mind is in a million places. And look at, he's like, nobody understands me. I'm so frustrated. And she's like, okay. Aw, this was cute too. Tell him, just relax. Just rest. Okay. I'm a dork. See, look, it's there too. What? I didn't bleed. Ah, I don't get it. What is all over my paper? But alright. And actually, I think I only have like, yeah, there's only like 4 pages left in this, so I think I'm going to retire the sketchbook. I think that's it for this particular sketch pad. It's actually missing most of its pages because they fell out, but yep, this is another sketch pad done. I do have one more left, and after this I don't know what I'm going to do because I can't find it. But yes, this is it, guys. This is the sketches for this week, and this is it for this sketchbook. Wow, I didn't realize it was that close to being done. And then, of course, what's in here. Like, of all these sketches this week, my Garbon one is the one I'm the most proud of. I actually need to take a picture of that and send it to Al, so she can be like, yee! And I can be like, yee! But alright, so that's it for this week. If you guys liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe, comment below. I'm hoping to continue with my sketching. I think, honestly, with an actual schedule, I will be doing a lot more sketching, because once my time becomes more constricted, I'm a lot more productive with it, if that makes sense. I'm one of those people who works well under pressure. Under pressure, do 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 do. Alright, I'm done. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in next week's sketchbook review.